We've designed it, now it's time to build it.
It's art time with Mr. Mayberry. Let's get busy.
Merry Christmas and welcome to Art Time with Mr. Mayberry. Last week we drew and designed a gingerbread house. Today we're going to take our design and make a three-dimensional model. For this project you'll need a milk carton, construction paper, scissors, glue, markers, crayons, and whatever else you'd like to use to make your gingerbread house. Let's get started. It's time to make some art. Today I'm using a half-pint milk carton. You could use a larger size if you'd like, but this seems like it's a good size for the project we're doing today. After drinking the milk, I rinsed it out good, and then I've closed the lid and stapled it together. It's a little harder to do that. You might have an adult help you with that part. And next I'm using a brown paper sack, a lunch sack, and I cut out a piece of that's 4 inches by 10 inches. The milk carton is 4 inches tall, so that'll be a good height, and then the 10 inches gives me enough to wrap around the carton one time. Then also for the roof, I'm using a brown piece of construction paper that's 3 inches by 5 inches. You could also use an index card. That'd be a little sturdier weight. You could use that as well. But what I've done is I folded it in half, and then I went ahead and drew the shingles on here because it's easier to draw that on a flat surface than it would be on the carton itself. The way it'll be sitting on the carton, it'll be harder to do that. You could still do it, but it'll be easier if you do it ahead of time. So I divided it, after dividing in half, then I made shingles go one way and then shingles go the other way, and that'll give me the right kind of roof for what I'm doing. Okay, next let's go ahead and put the brown paper onto the milk carton. So what I need to do is take some glue and put a little bit along the edge here. When you use the glue, make sure you use thin lines and dots. Don't squirt out half the bottle on your carton. Now you can put glue around the whole edge of the carton, but what I decided to do is I'm just going to get it started here, and then I'm going to wrap it around and glue it to itself. If you do put glue all over the carton, then you'll need to allow time for it to dry before you start decorating with markers. Okay, so I'm going around the whole thing, and then I'm going to put a little glue here on this end. Right here. And then this will connect to itself. Is what it'll do. Okay, so I've got that covered. And now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to cut on the top so I can fold it so that it covers the top part right. So what I'm going to do is cut in the 4 corners here down till I reach the top of the milk carton. Okay, and then I'm going to fold the 2 ends over like this, and for now I'm going to go ahead and tape this. You could glue this as well, but I'm going to put a piece of tape on there. That'll work just fine too. Tape it to the top here, and then I'm going to wrap these pieces around and tape them down as well. This will all be covered by the construction paper that I'm going to fasten on here in just a minute. So that goes here, this goes here. This part sticking up we're hiding that and trying to give the roof just a straight line instead of having a part sticking up on the house. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm covering this up. Like wrapping a present. This paper, that's another thing about the paper lunch sack. It's a little lighter material, so it's easier to use like wrapping paper than maybe what construction paper might be. Okay, so now I've got my house covered except for the roof. And now for the roof, this middle was set right on this ridge, just like that. And I'm going to glue it down. So I'll put some glue here on the edge of the house here. You can try along the ridge too. It's a little trickier, but you could do that. And then maybe down on this other side. And then We'll put the roof right here on the center. Try to center it left to right as well. And then we'll attach that just like that. But by wrapping it that way, then you cover the sides as well. Okay. Now, after this all dries, the next step, of course, would be to decorate the house. I'm going to go ahead and draw a few things on here just to give you an idea of how you can start that. And then it'll be up to you, just like the drawing, it'll be up to you to finish how you're going to make it look. You can use the ideas that you did in your drawing from last week's project, or you can come up with new ideas if you'd like. Let's start off by, let's see, I think I'll turn it, I'll turn it this way, and I'm going to do a door on the front like I did last time. So I'll put a curve door, just using a black marker here, doorknob, and I'll put my round window up here at the top like I designed. Okay, if you want to draw this out with pencil first, you can, in case you make a mistake. I just went ahead and started with marker. You're welcome to do that too. You can use all different colors. I'm just using black to draw an outline, and then I would go back and decorate with other brighter colors. Okay, there's a window. And I'm going to draw the shutters next to the window. Okay, cross piece here. And this looks now like the drawing that I did last time. Okay, the nice thing about working in 3D like this and making a model like this is that you can work on all sides. So I can now do things that I could not see in my drawing. I can put them on this house here. So you can do all four sides with the same kind of style, or you could try different things on each side. I'm going to go ahead and use do the same window that I did on the other side. Okay, so this is a start. Something else you can do with this is you could get a piece of cardboard and glue it to that, and then maybe decorate what it would look like around the house. You could have the walkway that I drew last time, or you can add other decorations or trees or other things in the yard. Be creative, have fun with this, and see what you can come up with. And this is our project for today, a 3D model of a gingerbread house.
Well, now that you know how to make a gingerbread house, you might think about making a gingerbread village. You could also use gingerbread and candy and make one that you could eat. Thanks for coming to art class, and I'll see you next time.
See you later. Hi, bye.
Maybe I'll build my next house out of garlic bread.